friends, welcome to Little Ukes. Today we're going to practice a very beginner-friendly chord progression using two beautiful chords on the ukulele, C major and A minor. First we're going to review how to play these chords, and then we'll try a little exercise where we practice going between them to get nice, smooth chord changes that we can use in tons of songs. Let's go ahead and get started. Our first chord today is C major. There are two different ways that I'm going to show you to play C major. The first one is by taking your left hand and placing it on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. You can see on my uke I have a red sticker there, and I'm just gently squeezing on that 3rd fret from both sides. And it sounds like this. Playing it this way makes the C major chord a little easier to play on its own, although you may find that practicing this chord progression using this fingering is actually a little bit trickier as far as going between the two chords. That being said, do what feels most comfortable to you. Both of these fingerings absolutely will work. The second way that we can play C major is by stacking up 3 fingers on the first 3 frets of the 1st string. So we go like this. 1, 2, 3. Play the chord C. Let's try that one more time. Stacking up our 3 fingers. Each one gets its own little room, fret, on the fretboard. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Play the chord C. So that covers our C major chord. You might notice that this chord has a very bright, or some people say a happy sound. Now we're going to go to our second chord, A minor, which has a very different mood and tone. I'm going to show you 2 different fingerings for playing A minor. The first fingering is using my first finger, my index finger of my left hand. I'm going to place it on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, so reaching way up. You may be tempted to reach over and play this particular spot with your thumb, but I encourage you to do it this way because this will give you really good habits for your playing in the future. I have to be careful not to smush these other strings to make a nice round shape with my finger. And this creates the A minor chord. I have a yellow sticker right there if you follow my color coding system. So that's one way to play it. If you're brand new to playing, you may find it easier to use this finger. The fingering that I'm going to use is actually by playing that same spot but with my middle finger. See if you can, now that we've practiced it a bit, reach your middle finger up to the 2nd fret of the 4th string to play the A minor chord. Like that. Notice how this chord has a little bit of a mellow, or some people even think a sort of sad or spooky sound to it. Now we're going to practice going between these 2 chords. These 2 chords are often found in the same song, so this will be a really awesome skill to have for the future as you play tons of different tunes. I'm going to use the fingering of putting 3 fingers down on the 1st string for my C major chord, and then I'm going to reach up with my middle finger to play A minor. I'm going to use that fingering, but if you're more comfortable going like this, you are welcome to do that as well. So here we go. Let's set up our C major chord, pressing down on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. We're going to play each chord 4 times and just kind of put that on a loop and go back and forth. Starting with C major, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to C. 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, job, friends. That's an excellent exercise for practicing that chord progression, and you can really follow that model with any 2 chords you may be working on. I really like putting 4 or 8 strums per chord to give me a chance to settle into the chord, and then just going between the 2 chords back and forth and practicing changing. Over time, it'll get smoother and smoother. You may find you have to put a little pause as you find the new chord at first, but if you keep doing that, your muscle memory and your mind will really learn where those 2 chords are, and you'll find that soon you can do it super smoothly, maybe even without looking at your fretboard. Friends, thank you so much for practicing with me today. I can't wait to play with you again. Happy practicing.